toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. The Razorbacks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back looking for help. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Georgia's offense has the ball first today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week, and watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick, the ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day.
Wide open spaces. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
Hey, a lot of coaches talk about, let's set the tone early. Let's come out and assert our style. I like it. Let's just come out and fling it and make a big play and make this defense know we're ready to get this thing rolling.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Georgia going up tempo.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Scanning the field, it's Nolan. Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down after a nice game. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? The Dogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They go to the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, that was a weird one because I think running back screen was called, but the quarterback just saw an open receiver downfield and said to himself, hey, I got an open guy. I'm just going to take it.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Touchdown, Georgia! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Razorbacks offense will try to get something going with their first possession. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. Well, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
This is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Hits the open man. It's a running room. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. This time they'll go to the running game. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Chadwick. He's got him still on his feet. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Tight end now in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Gonna run it. It's Raymond. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching you. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Give to the running back. Creates a little room. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. A designed run for the quarterback. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on there.
They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
The Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Nolan. Makes the catch. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Grab behind the line. It's Craven. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Gonna look downfield again. Snagged in the middle. It's Craven. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 30 short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. All wideouts, no backs. Offense changing the play. To the air, it's Nolan. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's go.
Oh, he's got some space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Taylor. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got his man quickly. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by a field goal over LSU. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
And out. And Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. And the Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Craver. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throwing right. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Really good coverage by this defense. They were aware of everyone on the field, and including the running back. A lot of times those guys get lost in the shuffle, but they saw him. They knew the ball was going to them. They braked on it, did a good job, and got in his face just enough to cause him to lose some focus and drop that football.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make make the grab. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Georgia.
They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville.
Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think even if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us on this very first.
And that ball is high in the backfield. Defense scoops it up and he's headed the other way. Touchdown, Dogs! The defense putting points on the board.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely...
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Wants to throw. It's Chadwick. Quickly out to the tight end. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Going to try to get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing, they're trying to make plays. A lot. Decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
Looking downfield on first down. Punts it out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to... Send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the third quarter. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. Now a 2-possession game at 24-13.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
That's not getting a thing done on first down. It's second and long from the 24. Back to throw, it's Nolan. Quick strike complete. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Georgia going up tempo. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Got it in the middle. It's Thompson. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Georgia going back to work with another 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Taylor. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Going downfield for the big play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. And the Dogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Grab near the marker. It's Wiley. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Oh, better look out! Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Looking for a man. It's Nolan. He makes the catch at the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
31, Arkansas, 13.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Voorhees. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll leave it with him. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
To the air, it's Chadwick. Here comes the heat. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. He's looking downfield to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll go to the ground. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. Georgia heads to the line with a first and goal. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Craven. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that bubble screen goes nowhere. You got to give the defender credit because he won at the point of attack, defeated the block, he was able to get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
It's third and goal and third and long. Back to throw, it's Nolan. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to LSU. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
He'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Coleman. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Back to pass, it's Chadwick. Grabbed over the middle, it's Raymond. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Catch in the middle, it's Vaughn. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart. How fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
Snagged in the middle, it's Thompson. Turning it on! Touchdown, Bulldogs! He got a step and just dusted the field. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
41, Arkansas, 20.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Looking to pass, it's Chadwick. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Grab near the marker. It's Coleman. This senior shows some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Coleman. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Well, this offense has a... work left ahead of him here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. To the air on 2nd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
Makes the grab, ready for the first down. Touchdown, Arkansas! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance.
There he goes. He's at the and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Dogs! They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Shoots it to the left. Got his man. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Raymond. Got the first down and more. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Spins away from the defender.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They knock him down at the 40, but he picks up 5, and it'll be enough for a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Raymond. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And that pass will be incomplete, and time has run out on this game. We sensed a great deal